Hey everyone. Okay, so we're gonna do our hip balance. So today hip balance is gonna be directly on the front body, and we're gonna wrap that silk in front and allow a little bit of relief in the back and the legs and the thighs. So first things first is I'm gonna step behind my silk once again. There's a couple different ways you can do your hip hang, but we're just gonna do the traditional way with the compressed silk. So that means all the silk is collected. So similar to measuring, I'm going to take my hands together and poke the arms through, take a step forward, elbows out to the side, so almost make like chicken wing arms. And you'll notice that you've got a nice little wrap. So thumbs again are on the back side, fingers are on the front side. I'm collecting all my silk so it's nice and compressed. So then I'm gonna stretch up nice and tall. So really press into the arms. The elbows are nice and long. Notice that my shoulders are not on the back side. They're still on the front side. And I'm gonna make the hands as wide as my hips, if not wider, and then start to bend at the waist, bend at the knees slowly. Make sure the hands can get out in time before you compress all the weight down. So make sure the fingers are free. So adjust the hands as need be, and then you're going to take those arms overhead. So I'm not supporting my weight, and I have not lifted the toes off the mat just yet. I am going to walk my toes back as though I'm making a downward dog shape or mountain A frame. So I've got a good extension through those arms. My legs are nice and relaxed. I'm always checking in with my breath, seeing how this feels. Trying to limit as much movement as we can when we're first doing our aerial rig, because it's a little disorienting. When you're ready, you're going to pick the toes up off of the mat. So if they were once a little bit of a hover, I'm going to gently start to lift the toes and then start to bend in the knees. Just very gently kicking the heels to the bum. And I'm going to maintain that my chest is low and my arms are long overhead. So I'm not supporting my weight. So I don't have the wrists directly underneath my shoulders where I'm trying to push up. I'm extending them long overhead. Now, I'm going to turn my angle here. I'm going to come back to that center point, and I'm going to very gently just start to stack the shoulders over the wrists. So I'm then going to take that gaze forward. Always collecting the breath, making sure we feel good. If that feels good, then I'll just very gently keep my hands where they are, exhale the hips back and away, lower the chest. And this is a pretty good stretch. It can be a little uncomfortable with the compressed silk, so you may want to use a blanket or something over the top of the fabric, and that's perfectly fine. Sometimes it can create more compression just because it's more things, but just kind of play around with your silk. It's your fun. Now, I'm going to stack the shoulders and wrists once again. We're going to take a different shape. So I'm going to take a nice wide-legged shape. Again, this might feel scary, and you might want to have the arms directly underneath your rig point and extending, but I'm going to keep the arms pretty forward. And then I'm just going to bend the knees, take the toes to the outside of the silk so I can flex the toes inward and around. So I wrap, I'm finding a nice wrap. And again, once you've found that wrap, you're going to exhale, send the hips back, nice good extension through the arms. Woohoo, we did it. So just enjoying once you've made the hard work to get here. Maybe you want to find some movement, gently swaying side to side. Always wanting to connect with our breath. Never losing it. Excellent. You can always extend in the legs as well. And switch to the other side. Always keeping the toes nice and flexed. And then the knees will come back down. Perfect. You just want to play with it. You do not have to extend the leg until you feel comfortable. Now, always stacking shoulders over wrists when we need a little bit of blood back. And then I'm going to take the left toes down, keep my right toes hooked. Same thing, I'm going to exhale the hips back and away, get a good extension. Yay. Because it is my left leg that is extending back, I'm going to keep my right hand flat on the mat so I can take left arm out And then I'm going to take the left hand to the outside of that left leg. Any part of the outside of the leg, it doesn't matter which. So I'm going to find it, and then when I feel ready, I'll take the right hand so that way it comes to the inside of that left leg. Oh, that was disorienting, sorry. So I'm going to bring both hands to meet on the back side of the left leg. You can tuck your chin in towards your chest. If the leg is kind of low, you can also pin the toes down if you want a little bit more of an extension through the hamstring. It's up to you. Just using your breath. So as I inhale, I'll lengthen in the arms, and then as I exhale, I'll just bend the elbows and allow that chest a little closer towards the leg. Good. And then releasing the hands, drawing the arms overhead, once again, getting a good extension, and then stacking the shoulders over the wrist, rewrapping. We'll do the same on the other side in the same order, so right toes down, send the hips back, starting with right arm first, then that left hand can meet right. So just always connecting with the breath, always finding little movements that feel good to you. As we inhale, back of the right leg is long, and then as you exhale, just hug that chest a little closer to the legs. Good. Releasing the hand from the foot, arms overhead, rewrap. And then we're gonna very gently extend those legs, slowly lower, so a gentle pelvic tuck, and round it up. Always getting water. Sometimes when you first do those inversions, it gets a little disorienting, so maybe having ginger candies or things like that.